here on IG. But like if you had to come up with the way you could come up with a plan is if you were focused on it. And today, that's what we're going to be talking about. IG What's Shaking, thank you for getting on here. Facebook, YouTubers, appreciate you getting on here every Monday through Friday. 8:30 Central Standard Time. We're going to do the morning grind. What is the purpose of the morning grind, Joshua?
Expand your life, business, whatever it is you're struggling with in life. You have a problem.
What if you don't even think you're struggling?
I guarantee you can grow.
Danny's tuning in from New Jersey. Man, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What part of New Jersey? How is COVID up there? Today, what we're talking about, if you're on here, please do me a favor. Like, comment, and share your stream. I would greatly appreciate it. Today's topic is when I'm not focused, what my weaknesses take over.
Yep.
Does that make sense to everybody? Rabbit, I called you yesterday to check on you. How is your back, Rabbit? I hope you're feeling better. She was struggling a little bit yesterday. Did you see her? Picking up boxes. Does that make sense to you? Whenever I'm not focused on something, all my emotional weaknesses take over. Can you give me one area of your life where you think that could pertain to you?
My fitness.
Your fitness. That's the easy one. So I'm doing the 75 hard challenge right now. If I'm not paying attention to one aspect of it, which is a gallon of water a day, if I did not put my focus, my intention, my energy on getting in 1 gallon a day, how much water do you think I'm going to get?
Not a gallon.
You ain't going to get a gallon. It's amazing how much less of a gallon you're going to get. Well, just look at that in one micro element of your life. Water. Today was the first time I looked at my one of my checking account or my banking. Guess what happens whenever you're not paying attention to your money?
It slips away.
You stop making it. My business and my girlfriend, Tom Gavin. Rabbit is doing much better. Tom, thank you for getting on here, man. I appreciate it. Think about this. Get intentional in areas in your life that you want to improve. What is one area, Drew? I feel like, Drew, you've gotten intentional and focused back on calling.
Yeah.
When did you start doing that?
I would say probably Friday. Well, actually, I added up all my numbers that I got going for next year, and it wasn't enough. So I figured.
Here's where the trend started. I told Drew, what do you have coming into next year? And if you don't stop, force yourself to look at these things, maybe you think it's okay. Maybe you even think it's better than what it actually is. Whenever you look at the numbers, whenever you find out what the truth is, it's usually not what you think it is. It's usually a lot less. I looked in my checking account like how much money's in it. I don't even know. What kind of shit has Van been paying? I don't even know. Looked in there. I need to be paying attention to my money every single day because when I'm paying attention to the money that I have, it will force me to get the money that I want. Like I started my diet 9 days ago, down 7 pounds, fat, feel fat as hell. Fan, how are you, friend? Too much restrictions on these small businesses. Down here, Danny, we don't have as many restrictions, so we're very lucky. We can go into a restaurant and we're very laxed on everything, mask. We're very laxed on, walking in with a mask. I mean, I don't even know how many people are walking in with a mask. But what are you paying attention to? When you stop paying attention to the things that are important to you, they don't show up for you anymore. For Drew, coasting a little bit. And I just said, here's what we'll do, Drew. What you got going on next year? How's it looking? Because it's 2021 now. For our business, anything that you write up, it's next year now. He looked at his numbers, and I've noticed he's back there calling a little more often. Gotten a little more active. And he's starting to get more appointments. He's starting to meet with more people. How many people did you meet with yesterday?
3.
3 people. Whatever you pay attention to, it will grow. Paying attention to appointments. How many appointments did you have this week? How many appointments do you want to have? The way you're going to get better at these things is by paying attention to them. If not, it's not going to happen for you. Weight is just like sucked up on me. It's kind of like your room, your house, your office, your car, where shit just starts appearing out of nowhere. You ever notice that? That's how weight happens. I'm not paying attention to it. Now I've got to pay the price to get rid of it. I wear my mask all the time. I should be wearing my mask all the time, but I don't. I just don't think about it. What's going to happen more than likely? Pretty simple. What's going to happen more than likely if you're not paying attention to this COVID thing? That's exactly right. Whatever you're not paying attention to, you will pay for. Do you understand that, Josh? What you're not paying attention to will become a problem. That's why really success becomes very simple. You pay attention to what works and you duplicate it. Most people in their life don't really know what's worked. What they do is they just go by a thought or a feeling later on, and they trust their memory to tell them, here's what we should be doing. How do you know if that's working? How do you know? How do you know what things are working in your life? How do you know? What I was exposed to this year was documentation. Whenever something works, I want to know, what did we do? That's really how you can make sense of predicting it in the future. So whenever we make a post or a video, what worked? Why did it work? What do we need to be doing in the future? The power of prediction. I can tell you how you can improve something by measuring it. If you don't do these things, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to wake up. You're already awake, but you're going to realize, hey, I haven't been paying attention to this. It's been 2 months. Now this is really out of balance. This isn't where it needs to be, and the sole reason is I wasn't paying attention to it. What are the most important areas of your life? People are going to say health. My wife is on, hello. Hey, she's hardcore on the Hardcore 75. Everybody say congrats to Brittany Renee. And while you're at it, I want you to go by the exchange and say I sent you. Are you going up there anytime soon, Josh?
Yeah.
When are you going?
In the next couple of weeks.
Why wait?
Gotta get some Christmas presents.
I didn't ask that. Why wait?
You're right. I'll go today.
Well, why don't you go another day? But
Hey,
you
why
need to
wait?
get up there. My wife likes my haircut. But see, every single day now, we're paying attention to what we're weighing. We're paying attention to what we're eating. We're paying attention to how much we're exercising. What will be the result of paying attention to all this stuff?
Better life.
Better health. Going to lose weight. Look, if you will pay attention to things, I guarantee you it's going to lead to more success. Christina Tucker, what's shaking, friend? Whatever you pay attention to will become a success. Do I need to keep repeating this? Do you understand what that means?
Yep.
What are you paying attention to right now in your life?
Fitness, girlfriend, family, work.
Are you paying attention to all these things, or are you just present? Do you know the difference?
Yeah, I'm paying attention to them.
Are you? How? How do we know? What would be an indication to me that you're paying attention to the job?
How much time I put into it.
Nope, I don't care about that.
Result.
The results. What are you bringing me? Bring me ideas. Whenever I come to you, how do you think I'm going to feel if I come to you with an idea and then you do it? How do you think I'm going to feel about that?
Pretty good.
No. How do you think? How should I feel about? How should I feel if I've got to go to Josh and I say, Josh, I need you to do this, 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 and just like this, and you do it just like I'm telling you.
Maybe he's not being creative enough.
He's not being creative. The fact is, I've got to come and say, do this. Where is the value?
When I do it on my own.
The value is whenever you're thinking about this, you're coming up with a story, you're creating whatever, and it gets done without me. That's where the value is. The value, and no matter what your job is, doing a good job is not going to get you rewarded. You understand that? Because when you sign on for a job, you're signed on to do what? A good job. So to move up in the world, doing a good job is not going to do that. Does that make? Are you following me? You don't look like it. You're looking a little confused.
I get it.
What am I saying?
You said whenever you sign up for a job, you're signing up to do a good job. It's just kind of like, I get what you're saying. It's a given. You're supposed to do a good job.
That's exactly right. The expectation is, our agreement is, I'll pay, you'll do a good job. But that does not mean that's good enough to advance. That might mean I'm just good enough to stay right here. And you don't want that. I know you don't want that. Do you know how I know you don't want that?
How?
Because I see how driven you are with everything. I see how you write things down. I see how you're paying attention to things. The reason why you might be struggling with these ideas is because they haven't been presented. You haven't been taught. Does that make you follow what I'm saying?
You have to be taught to be able to.
A lot of people do need to be taught. You know, I really believe it's not a motivation problem. It's really an understanding and having a clarity problem. Like if you knew exactly what to do, I have no doubt you would just be able to come here and do this. But see, the problem is how much you don't get a lot of time. Like, hey, here's what we need to do. We're expecting you to kind of create these things. And the environment around here is I want you to create things, and I don't care if they suck. I might say, hey, that sucked, like that picture, but I don't care. I would rather you try things, and let's see if this worked. My wife says she's going to be a bodybuilder.
Stealing my idea.
Josh is going to gain 30 pounds this year. Man, what are you paying attention to? See, this is the time of the year where you need to ask yourself, what am I paying attention to?
I'm paying attention to my money, my fitness, my health, and
Van, I saw you eating Taco Bell yesterday. Who saw Van eating Taco Bell and now he's lying in here saying I'm paying attention to my health? Who thinks Van's paying attention to his health?
You can pay attention to something, but you can pay the wrong attention to it.
How are you paying attention to it?
how?
Yeah, how are you paying attention to your health?
I definitely slipped up a little bit yesterday. What else are you doing outside of your eating? Are you doing any form of activity? Yeah.
What are
Every day. I do push-ups. I do a walk.
Okay.
Every day.
Did you do it yesterday?
Yeah.
How many days have you done it in the last week?
Probably every day.
Probably.
Maybe one day I missed a walk.
Well, how many days? We need to know for sure how many days.
Probably 8 out of the last 9 days.
Okay. Well, see, I would write that down. It's easy for me because we're doing it twice a day, every day. Let me ask you this, Van. How many pounds have you lost?
I'm down to, I believe, 174
Ah.
and 180.
When did you start?
Probably back when I got home from Dad.
So you've lost 6 pounds in 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fluctuated.
Okay, well, think about in 12 months, if you lost 12 pounds, would you be happy?
No. I think I can lose more than that.
Well, you could, but you would still lose 12 pounds over 12 months.
Yeah.
But see, you're not.
I did yesterday.
The reason why, like my wife, she goes in there and weighs, and she'll go in there and she's writing down her little notes. Right now, she's incredibly focused in this area of her life. I'm doing the same thing. And if you guys will just do this, if you will just write down, document, pay attention to everything that you want to improve, I can guarantee you it will improve. Whatever you want to improve. What's one thing you want to improve?
My weight.
No. I don't care about your weight. We're going to improve creativity. We're going to improve initiative. We're going to track, starting today, how many times do you come up with a creative idea? And look, we're going to acknowledge that. We're going to see it. And now, whenever you put that out there and you're writing that down, it's going to force you to come up with something creative. Guess what? At first, it may not be creative. But if you do this for 30 days, for 40 days, for 60 days, I guarantee you we're going to start to see a more creative Josh. Do you understand why creativity is important in sales?
Comes up, you have to be committed. Or once you're committed, creativity follows.
That is true, but do you know why you need to be creative in a sales job?
You're you're not really gonna.
Okay,
shine.
that's good. But the most important reason why I'm going to tell you right now why you need to focus on your creativity is because whenever you're with people, creative people come up with good questions. Yesterday, me and Drew went on an appointment. Did you know the questions I was asking?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did you know them before I asked them?
I mean, I did, but I feel like whenever I go on appointments, like you were so precise with every question you asked.
But do you know where that comes from?
I mean, being confident and being repetition.
It also comes from creativity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, if you can become a creative person, your questions go through the roof. Your ideas, the way you solve problems. So a lot of people have a creative problem because, like Josh said, they're not committed to something. If you get extremely committed, you'll find the creativity. So last thing I'm going to just tell you, why don't you try this for 30 days? Write down, pay attention, and see if you don't. I guarantee you, you will see improvement. If you're paying attention to things, you will see improvement. Everybody, have a great day.